Hello friends, good morning. I'm here again with another video about the CRM system. How to create sales team. Sales team is a very important part in the CRM modules. For any business, any companies, you need to categorize your sales teams. Sales, you're getting a say revenues and your company is growing. Let's see how we can create a sales team. Before that, let's see how sales team has to be categorized on the CRM system on the Flectra. Sales team, it would be you categorize in the country specific. Let's say you have a team in the Europe and you have a team in the America as well. So in the US and in the Europe, you have a sales team 1 or sales team 2. Need to see how we can create a sales team 1 and sales team 2 with the country specific. So as you can see, the teams based on the localizations, it is a very useful for any person to get a culture of it, the client's customers, and to talk in the local language. So some people you can see in the English language, they can have contributed to directly to the sales team 2, and one has a specific in a Spanish language, they can directly categorize in the sales team 2 and 1. So sales team 1 has a salesperson A and B that only can handle, who can speak in the Spanish and they can handle the Spanish customers, and the other person who are speaking in English, they can the sales team 2, which is a salesperson C and D. That's how you can categorize on the base of the localizations. Also you can categorize on the market segments. Let's say we have the customers which is a B2B customers and one other customer is a B2C customer. So on that base also you can categorize and differentiate the sales teams. One sales team from the B2C customer would be the sales member, which could be I can assign to the Michelle, or B2B customers, which is salesperson, we can do it to the March. So that's how also you can categorize your sales team based on the market segments. But once you categorize a market segment, there is a stages as well. Let's say if you have a B2B team, the sales teams, the Michelle is actually going to handle that. Michelle has 3 stages, 1, 2 and 3. These stages, then he can close the deals. In the other side, if we have the B2C customers only, and they have the team which is handling by the salesperson Mar, he has only 2 stages to final the deal. So this is how you can categorize all the sales teams, and the segment wise and the country specific, on the region specific, on the and the localization. Now we need to see how we can create the CRM sales team in our Flectra database, which is a very important. So I'm going to take you directly to the Flectra database. Here we are again with the Flectra database. I'm gonna directly click on the CRM modules. So once I click on the CRM modules, I'm going directly to the configurations and just click on the sales team. So as you can see, the sales team over here, which is already a Europe and the America. Also we can categorize on the different segments like a website and the point of sales. I can create over here the new sales teams, depends on whatever the segments or the country or the language I need to specify. But as of now, we are just selecting a Europe while in demo. I'm gonna just add it on that. As you can see, the sales team which is a Europe, there is a field quotations. The Europe team has handling the quotations and it shows the pipeline as well. So they can check and manage the pre-sales process of the opportunity and whatever is in the pipeline. We have the team leader. We can select a team leader, which let's say select the Michelle. Also we have the email assigned, so which is a configuration email that only assigned to the CRM system with the salesperson is. Now we have the sales accepted emails. Who gonna accept that? Everyone, authorized partners, followers only, and authenticated employees only. So we can categorize whoever's emails that you can accept, but for here just select the everyone. From the company also we can select the company if the customer has a multiple company. We have the invoicing target. We can set the invoicing target. Let's say that $250,000 that is inventory. You can change it, so you can categorize on that way in the Flectra database. So I'm gonna add any members. If I would like to add any team members, I can select over here. But as of now, I'm just selecting the Michelle. So that is how you can create your sales teams. I'm just gonna save it over here. So this is how you can create on that. So I'm directly, after creating that, I'm going directly to the pipeline, to the tips. So let's say first is teams, which is a Europe and the America that we specify on the country base. So in the Europe, as you can see, that you can categorize on the different ways, and you have find it out over here. If I'm clicking on the all three dots over here, what you can see from the Europe systems, you can view the opportunities, the quotation, the sales order, the invoices as well. If you would like to create a new opportunity or quotations, you can create from over here. All the reporting that from the opportunities, activities, the sales, the invoices, you can categorize over here. Also, you can have a fun element about the configurations. If you would like to change or do to anything, so you can change over here. So let's get back to the teams. So you can configure it anytime. Of course, I'm just clicking on the, if you want to like to add or change the color, so you can change the color as well. So as you can see, the Europe would be the purple color. Same I can do with the blue color with the America. So this is how you can just create on that way. You have, let's go directly to the pipeline of the Euro. So we need to get more about it, how you can salesperson or the sales team can categorize on that. So yeah, let's see the model desk over here, as you can see, which is already new opportunity that the salesperson has already created. So I'm just clicking on that, I'm just edit on that. So opportunities, the name would be the model desk. The expected revenue, as it's a new opportunity, if you have any expected revenue, you can click over here. The probability, that is a show about the how much this new opportunity will be close the deal, but it's too far. We can have the field which is a customers, there you can select a customer over here. So we have all the informations about the customers. We can write it down the expected closing. If you know the deal is going to about the, let's say, just a 1 month, so we can create over here that in the 1 month, net 15 days it will be closed. You can have a 3 months or 2 months, you can select any date, depends on the closing date, expected closing. You can categorize the priority of this new opportunities by selecting the stars. If it is a high priority, you can click on the all three stars. If it is a low priority, high priority, and the low priority, that you can select on that ways. Of course, the salesperson is a Michelle, is already, because it's in Europe, we already selected over here. Company we already selected. If you have an internal notes available, so you can write it down, internal notes. So that's how we can create. Let's save it. So once I save it, it is already all the informations will be can see on the chatter box, the customer name, the customer company name, the email address, and the phone number, the contact number that we are going to contact. So this is how you can create on this way. So I'm just you can directly schedule. One important part would be the schedule activity. You can create a schedule activities to do, say, let's say the email. If you want to do the emails, and summary would be, let's say you want to check for the pricing, and you have a template, then you can schedule that activity. So this is how you can schedule activity. But let's say if you want to create your own schedule activities, so I'm just going to directly to the configurations, and I select on the activity types. So as we have the default activity types, there is a email, call, meetings, the follow-up code, make code, call for demo, emails, order, upsell, to do, reminder, upload document. So as we say, like let's say I make a code, I'm just gonna add it on that. The name, it's of course explanatory, is already a make a code. Action to perform, we have we can upload a document, a meeting, a reminders, but as of now we are selecting none. Default users, we can select the default user as we already did. Default summary, you can write it down default summary over here, same as a template email address, you can write it down the default. We have an interesting option over here, which is a trigger next activity, which is a completely, if I check on that, some fields that disappear, but it is exactly the same. Once your mark quotations, make the quotations, would be the activity will be over, so you can have the directly to the next default activities. So this, as of now, the default next activity is not in the mandatory, but when I click on the over here trigger the next activity, it shows the default activity which will be mandatory. Also we have some other field which is a recommended net activities, that if you want to recommend which would be the next activity, you can write it down over here. Also, there is an email templates that you actually can select from over here. So we have the schedule days. In 15 days you can select the after previous activity, the deadline or the validation date you can select. So I'm going to just click over here to see the interesting features we do have, and the default next activity will be the follow-up code. Of course, it is so obvious which is a make code, and that's a follow-up code. So I'm gonna just save it over here, and make a code will be a activity type. So I'm gonna just directly to the pipeline, my pipeline, as I'm already selected Michelle module activity module task. If I'm just click on that, as you can see, the next activity would be the price. I'm gonna just select the next activity to-do list. I'm just select make a code, and to summary would be, let's make it a none. I'm just making the schedule. If I click on the schedule, it will directly reflect on there the due date in the 15th, make a code. We have the options which is called mark done. So once we click on the mark done options, you can have it done and the schedule next. So once I click on that, it will directly reflect on the next schedule, which is a follow-up code. That's how you can create your next schedule activity, the lineup activities. Also, we have a click. If I'm click on the just a mark add button, so you can write it a fixer or just done it or discard it. So I'm just clicking on that way. So this is how you can create or the next in due to 45 days, which is a follow-up next code. So also I have the reporting over here, whatever the in my pipelines. So if I click on the reportings and the pipelines, we have the views over here. So I'm gonna just measure about that what actually I group by that way. So I was just expected revenues. Also I can group by the salesperson, the sales team, and I can categorize the city, the country, the company, the stages that actually we talk about, the creation date and everything. So let's say just collect on the sales teams. The sales teams are also I can depend on the country wise as well, and I can have the filter about my opportunities, my leads, the number of the opportunity we won, the lost, and creation date, the expected closing, and also you can add a customized filter as well. This is how you can categorize all the report informations. We have the different views, the bar views, we have the grid views as well, the number of Europe countries, we have the expected revenues over here. So this is how you can get the report. If I'm clicking on the just Europe and the salespersons, let's say I'm just create a salesperson, so based on the salespersons we can categorize and having the report as well. So this is how you can create all the informations and the reporting based on your sales teams. So it is very easy, not complex. You can categorize each salesperson, which is B2C or B2B, the country specific, the Europe or America, or the localized if they are speaking in the different languages. So it's very easy to get a report of the each and every salespersons, so they can easily viewable. Thanks for this video. We can see you on another video. Bye bye. Have a good day.